Live from a dimension not of your own, but somewhere else.
It was too late. The rats had already consumed him.
This is a bloody good time.
Woo! Welcome back, you gorgeous little freaks. Slide on. I'm Mozart the Man, and this is our new friend Piro.
Special guest.
We got a
Special
guest.
guest.
Yeah, coming up
Live studio audience. But he's not part of the audience, he's with us.
We were going to comment on it. We were going to comment on it, and you had to comment on it.
Well, we got to catch the comments before they make the comments, okay? So,
Okay.
anyways,
what
did we watch, Mozart?
we watched a movie.
Yeah.
We watched Psycho Killer.
Can you call it a movie?
You can, because it was over 90 minutes long. That was the best thing about this movie, is it was 92 minutes long, and that was it.
It was 92?
Yeah, 92 minutes.
Really?
Yeah, it felt like a week and a half, but it was only 92 minutes.
All right.
At least I'm not the only one.
All right, so we're going to start off with a whole warning disclaimer thing. We are going to have spoiler alerts or spoilers, so there's your spoiler alert. If you don't want to hear about the movie, which is totally understandable, then feel free to jump to the timestamp down in the description.
Spoiler alert here.
Oh.
Did you put it in front of his face?
Yeah, no, he did.
No, it should. It'll, yeah.
Vogue, whatever. Anyway.
Did you say the title?
Yeah, Psycho Killer.
Okay.
Da-da-da-da.
Don't get copyrighted.
Yeah. I was just humming.
That'll count.
Oh, sorry.
I feel it's a dangerous thing.
Anyway, this movie was about 90 minutes. Again.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So the general premise of this is that there is a psycho killer who is satanic.
Making his way across the USA.
Yes, on a murder spree.
On a murder spree, like you do.
I mean, that's a coming of age story. We all know it. We've all done it.
That's what we did as a family vacation.
Yeah, absolutely. And he is moving his way for some ulterior motive that we are not privy to initially.
Yeah.
And we are following a police officer's chase to track this killer down.
Technically, it's a revenge track.
It's a revenge.
It is
It's
a
not
revenge
about being.
track.
It's not about being a police officer. She's on a personal mission of revenge.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's
We are in the spoiler. Like,
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
in this
yeah,
movie.
yeah.
So,
we haven't got to the timestamp.
right.
yeah. You can talk about anything.
Yeah,
Exactly.
This is where we start.
That
Movie
is
starts
the
off.
whole point.
Yeah. Movie starts off, fast car. And I don't know how they found the guy, but his voice matched the engine.
The whole time.
The
whole time. It
The
was-
level of modulation, like to talk like this
Yeah,
the entire time, is insane. Like,
it was impressive. Yeah.
It is very cliche.
and he was driving a black Mustang, like a 2000 black Mustang.
Is that what it was?
Yes,
Okay.
I'm
I have
sorry.
no idea, but it was very cliche.
Yeah.
Like fast muscle car.
That's
Mirror shades.
yes.
Yeah.
Dude, the Hunter
Aviators.
S.
The
Thompson
thing that bothered me
shades.
the most was we get him pulled. Okay, so the cops pull him over for
They didn't even
particular
pull him
reason.
over.
They didn't
He
pull him over. He just pulled
went
pulled
over.
over on his own.
Cop
And
pulls
they
up behind him, and
Yeah,
we're in Kansas, and it is just, flat, empty space, a lot of open highway. Nobody on this highway. He's driving along. Highway patrol officer pulls in behind him, and he thinks, well, I better pull over. No lights, no nothing. Just pulls over. It's his blinker because he is courteous. Pulls over. Got the mirrored shades on, and then he pulls out a gun that's this big.
he used
the
a
little,
revolver
like,
the whole
38
time.
special.
This guy is massive. He's got the muscles. He's got the tattoo. He's got the long
Okay,
hair.
we're not even going to talk about
Whoa,
the tattoos.
lady.
Okay,
Yeah, no, the tattoos are
Go.
going to be a whole
He had long,
conversation.
dark hair, a beard,
A little bit. It was a close
Tattoos.
shaved beard, I thought.
a deep voice.
I felt called out.
I'm-
I was like, dude.
I should shoot a bigger gun.
Yeah.
In fairness,
I had bigger guns.
No. In fairness, his hair was clearly very greasy with the way that it like, clumped on a little strand.
keep
So
everything.
I
clean.
do try to take care of my hair, and but yeah, I was like, he's tattooed. He's got a deep voice. He's satanic. He's got long hair. Are you kidding?
He's got a little greeny gun.
Was this made by a friend of mine?
I was gonna say, in fairness, he was wearing the aviator, the Hunter S. Thompson like glasses, which I thought was just a step too far in the cliche.
That was ridiculous.
They were like, "Oh, I'm gonna walk up," and they're like, "Oh, I see drugs in the back of his car." And I'm like, okay, and then he's like, goes to the close up where it's like right at his nose for some reason, looking up into his hella aviator shades.
I assume that's
and
so
I was
you
just
can
like,
see the reflection.
Yeah.
I still, it just seems so cliche. And then not only that, my biggest problem is that is not police protocol.
No,
If you were being
there was so much that wasn't police protocol.
Exactly. You were being pulled over, and this police officer is clearly aware. He's like, I've already spotted the pharmaceutical drugs in the back seat.
Yeah.
And he's over here like telling his wife, like, yeah, no, don't worry about it. I got it. You should just like leave. And she's like,
so the police officer,
I'm sorry, I'm probably getting that.
The police officer that pulls our killer over.
Yes.
Another officer pulls up across the street. Happens to be another state trooper. Just happens to be the first officer's wife.
Yes.
So they're standing there bantering with each other over the radio, flirting. Hey. Yeah. I'm sure
what do you want for dinner tonight?
There were no officers listening to those conversations.
Oh, yeah, no.
Sure. It's just a two-way conversation between him and his wife.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. I was like,
well, here's the other thing.
Odds you're going to be all alone on this bandwidth.
I don't care if you're all alone. Oh man, I'm gonna have to bleep the hell out of this video.
You probably are.
Here we go.
I'm gonna do my best.
It's Kansas.
Yes.
I'm sorry if we lose any listeners in Kansas,
rural Kansas,
but it sucks. I've been to Kansas. I've been through Kansas.
I like Kansas.
I'm sorry.
No, I do.
Well, hang on.
Why?
There's
Don't. I have to bleep that. We can't give that kind of personal information.
That's true. Sorry about that.
Shut up.
Yeah, okay, but at the same time, okay.
It's just gonna be a 6 second.
But still, okay. So why do you like it? Like, let's talk rural Kansas highway. Why do you like it?
I like the rolling hills of it. I do find it tranquil, peaceful. There are areas that have got a little scenic. There are some areas of Kansas that have got more foresty type areas than what we've got here.
That's Missouri.
Missouri's really pretty. Yeah. I really like Missouri.
I can't weigh in. I haven't been to these states.
Yeah.
That's why Kansas City is in Missouri.
Yeah.
Because Kansas doesn't even like being in Kansas.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Yeah, I like it. There's not many places I don't like. Yeah. Utah?
You've told me Utah looks beautiful.
It is beautiful. That's what I'm saying. There's not many places I don't like.
Half of Wyoming is beautiful.
Yeah.
Like, sure, depending on where you go, Kansas, Nebraska, South Dakota, they are just
plain.
Desolate.
Right.
Well, they're not even plains anymore because they've been paved over.
I find tranquility in that.
Have they actually been paved over, or is it just you coloring your perception of have they been industrialized?
This whole
whose side are you on?
This whole bit's getting cut out of this review because we're talking about geography now. Instead of a movie.
Exactly. That's what I'm kind of getting at. Is one,
he said he liked the plains. Okay,
okay, that's why he can like the plains.
I just hit a new octave.
You did. But I'm just saying, I have
broke our mics with that.
I have no stake in the game. I've never been to these states. I have no idea. So at the end of the day, it's countryside. If some people like the countryside, that's great. If some people don't, that's okay too. It has nothing to do with the movies. So can we get back on track?
Mr. Semantics really wants to get back on track. Also, their opinion is wrong, but that's fine. Kansas sucks. Take it from me. Slide Dog, quote me. Share it. I'm here for you. Come at me.
Yeah, you could say that it's very similar to all the other countryside, and I would accept that. But if you just flat out say
Kansas sucks. It is.
That is so subjective.
No, not for me. It is a blanket statement.
Okay.
I'll take you there. I will drive you there so you can see how it sucks.
Well, you and I will agree to disagree because we will agree to disagree for hours.
So we were watching.
We were watching a bad movie.
That's where we're getting.
It was so bad we got off on Kansas geography. We are so sorry. We apologize. We'll try.
Now, see, Mozart's got the right idea here because so true. That is how much the movie is uninspired and uncaptivating, is that we will get off on geography and roadside attractions. That is now more interesting than the movie that we watched.
So anyway,
do we agree to disagree on that one?
No, we fully agree on that. That's a rounding agreement.
Yeah.
So we haven't even gotten to the first 10 minutes, guys.
We haven't got to the first 3 minutes. Officer number 1 goes back to the car. Wife turns around, decides, you know what? I'm going to call in the plates on this one. Calls in the plates, and while she's waiting for the plates to come out, psycho killer grabs her husband, pulls him out of the car, shoots him in the neck, and promptly backs up so that he doesn't run over the body and drives away, which gives her time to get out, unload her clip on the
magazine.
Yes. Yeah, the whole magazine's empty on the windshield.
So while I agree, I feel like the tactic there was not about running over the body. It was backing up to smash the cars in so that she got thrown to the ground.
That's what I
destabilized.
Yeah.
So this is a tactical move.
Yeah. I don't know how realistic that is because I'm pretty sure even if you reverse into a car that's in park, it's probably not going to move as much. It's really not going to move the way that the movie portrayed it, but I get the idea.
Much less the space of the cars.
Everything's pretty tight.
Okay, we're splitting semantics on a shitty movie. Let's move on. So he takes off. I know. Love you, buddy. She takes off, busts out the window, like you said, has a whole cute moment where she doesn't fully properly compress the wound in his neck. I'm just saying.
She just kind of screams at him.
Yeah, she puts her hand there, but I don't know if y'all noticed, but I noticed where I was like, you could have done that better. Just saying.
Yeah. Tourniquet.
No.
Too tight.
No, it's
would agree.
It's a thing.
I don't know if it would. I don't know if it would help, but
you
could have done something.
Could have done better one.
Anyway, husband dies. Sad. Cry face.
Her dad meets her in the hospital. And we find out that her dad was a retired police officer.
We do.
Yeah.
And then she very quickly turns, once it's confirmed that he is dead, she quickly turns to blood. Where she is like, I'm going after this guy one way or another.
Right.
She goes home. She grabs a suitcase of clothes and stuff like that, and then grabs every gun that she has, a rifle, pistol.
She had to do some therapy time with mandatory therapy sessions. But even the psychiatrist guy said, okay, you just buried your husband 48 hours ago. And she's already over it. She's fine. I'm going to get revenge. But it's not really revenge because I really want to bring the guy to justice. Do you really?
No.
Yeah, I'm not saying. I don't necessarily would say that she's fine. I mean, I would say she's definitely in the normal stages of grief where she's displacing the hurt and the upset, and she's buying into this idea that if I get revenge, I will feel better.
I feel like she jumped grief and went straight to anger.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say she bounced from denial to anger very quick, where it's like, no, fine, I didn't have. All right, fine. Look up your.
No, keep going.
Fine. I didn't have anything to do directly with my husband's death,
right?
But I am going to go get revenge.
Yeah.
I am going to figure this out,
right?
And come after him.
But that was okay.
What?
No, you nailed it. I was going to look it up because it's the 5 stages of grief.
Yeah.
I don't perfectly remember the order, but you nailed it. It's denial, then anger.
Yeah.
So you're right. She skipped over the denial stage straight to anger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
sometimes I know what I'm talking about.
I'm not saying you don't. I'm just saying. I was like, wait a second, because I was like, I know that it has a pattern. I just don't fully know the pattern. So I wanted to make sure that was tracking. Because you were right. Normally the first stage would be denial. And I mean, one could argue maybe that by living it and having that experience, you skip through denial because obviously you lived it. You're not going to be able to deny that they're dead.
To be fair, that's a unique level.
Absolutely. Seeing a loved one gunned down.
And literally holding their life in your hand, like as you're trying to prevent it. That's rough.
Yeah.
That's a tough situation.
Right.
No, I would agree.
But anyway, she's talked to Dad. Dad's even like, okay, but pack all your guns and keep them on you the whole time.
Right.
Because that's what my dad always told me whenever I had problems. Go kill it. So
really?
that was, no.
Okay.
Not even close.
I was like,
I'd be like, unlocking new levels of awareness. New levels of
we've got the weaponry throughout the room.
But this is Texas. I don't know.
No, he was very calm.
Okay, so she goes off on this journey.
Right.
And we cut back to our killer. It's this constant back and forth.
Right.
Almost like a rom-com of like, will they, won't they, where...
Will they kill each other or won't they kill each other?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so you follow the guy where he goes... But we go to this guy who he goes to a random hotel, seemingly, checks in, and I thought it was interesting, but I liked it because they brought it back, that he sleeps in the closet.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't sleep on the bed. He doesn't really touch anything.
Right.
He sleeps in the closet.
Right.
With his mask on.
Yeah.
I was saying, I had a statement on that.
Yeah.
I'm curious to get your perspective on it because I thought that was weird. I was like, you went in without a mask. No. Just the mask in general. Because it was like, you went in, you checked into this hotel. Big question because I meant to be looking for it and I forgot halfway.
Okay.
Did anybody get a year on this?
I didn't.
I kept trying to look for like the sticker in cars for like a registration or a newspaper or something. I wanted to know what year it was because there were a lot of things, and we'll touch on it more later as it comes up. I mean, that's as the movie went on. But there were a lot of things that happened during the movie that made me really question what is the year of the setting? Because if it's meant to be modern day, even anything after 2020, a lot of actions didn't make sense.
Yeah.
There were several, they made a reference to, and this is jumping around a little bit, this isn't actually with the timeline of the show, but they made a reference to FBI keeps track of the internet, and he's not on the internet.
So the internet is a real thing.
It's a real thing, but he's doing everything through a tabloid
newspaper.
Newspaper that actually gets printed and delivered all over the country.
But
yes,
there were also payphones were still a thing
because he used a payphone a couple times.
I think this might have been like mid 2000s because she had a cell phone, but he was still using a payphone. There's still like older technology that exists. Like now you couldn't find a payphone if you tried.
Well, how old was the car? What year model? Because
those cars had to have been. I mean, I was in high school when I saw those. They had to have been like 2008, 2010.
I don't know the cars.
Yeah,
I don't know cars. But here's the question: the cell phone.
Yeah,
you said she had a cell phone. I didn't key on it. So I didn't pay attention. What kind of cell phone was it? All touch screen.
She's got the earphone in all the time, every time.
I don't think we actually saw the phone because you're right. Whenever she's doing the breadcrumb trail, and it was wired. It wasn't an AirPod.
Right.
It was a wired earbud thing where she had the little square where your mic is, like old school, where you have to actually plug in an aux, to do that kind of thing.
Okay.
So I don't know. I don't know what time frame we're talking.
I would call it mid 2000s, honestly.
Probably
based on all this stuff. Yeah,
that's safe.
But, anyways, homeboy keeps moving on, and
he's making his way again, like I say, cross country.
Do you want to talk about the tattoos now?
It's gonna come up at some point.
This
is about the time that it got shown.
That's your area.
The reason it bugged me was not because of that. It was all satanic. Like, fine, we have a linear evil guy.
Right.
Cool. Easy.
Right.
He's satanic. He wants to kill people. Fine.
Dimensional.
These were the shittiest, most uncreative, satanic tattoos I've ever seen. I mean, the horrific goat head on his bicep.
Yeah.
The upside down star. And did you notice that they kept switching up between a pentagon and a pentagram?
Yes,
repeatedly?
I did notice that. Yeah. Yeah.
As long as it was a star, they counted it as satanic.
Right.
Yeah.
But they kept switching it up whenever it was a right side up star or an upside down star.
Right.
So here's my thing on that, because it ties back into our time period. I'm not super versed in tattoo history, all that. Like, if you were to say 2005, what were tattoos like in 2005? Because, yes, you still had real artists doing real work, but by and large, my impression and my understanding is from at 2005, tattoos were still very counterculture, very
for sure. Yeah.
So you didn't have the level of artistry that you have today.
No, that's something I want to add to that. Keep going.
Yeah. So again, the idea is we have now narrowed down the time period to 2005. That is obviously going to be very different from tattoo artistry of 2020, 2020.
No, for sure.
So
did they feel more like prison tats to you?
Yes. Also, yeah.
Well, that's one of the things that me and Piro talked about, was that I've seen several prison tattoos and like that sort of thing. Excuse me. They don't look that bad. This felt like
homemade, did it himself kind of thing.
They just felt cheesy as hell. It was like a person's idea of being like, I'm going to make a satanic prison tat. That means it's going to look as janky as possible. Right. Because y'all are totally right. The evolution of tattooing back in the 2005, it's made leaps and bounds as it's gotten more mainstream and gotten more socially acceptable to have these kinds of things.
Right.
And so that inherently evolves the artistry of it. But
so I do. Sorry, no. You're totally right on the money. I have one thing to add, just as a consideration point.
Okay, go.
In the middle of the movie, or not even the middle, like the early third, right? He gets the new tattoo on the back of his hand that says "No Mercy." Right. And I mean, cheesy, cliched.
Is that why he had the bandage?
Yeah, I remember because he unwrapped it and then he was like,
I thought it was because he kept cutting his hand and using the blood on his hand to draw his pictures.
I thought it was
that's why he had it wrapped up.
I'm curious because that is true, because this is after he's been cutting his hand.
He's been leaving pictures and drawings on walls and cars and stuff the whole cross country trip.
In my mind, right? Because he's got the bandages right, and it make a big show.
Right.
The movie makes a big point about him unwrapping the bandages,
and then you see the No Mercy.
Yeah, I was going to say, you don't see him flipping his hand open to look at all the cuts that he's been making.
Keeps it back.
He flips his hand over to show the No Mercy. So that's why I felt like that was the idea, is he was unwrapping the bandages so he could be like, look at the new ink.
I feel like you're trying to read meaning into a really stupid movie.
Yeah.
And I mean, maybe, but that's the thing.
Because the other thing is
you gotta remember.
What?
You gotta remember, it doesn't matter if it's a stupid movie. The point is that every scene of a movie is specifically choreographed.
This is a movie. This is a movie review thing.
Yeah.
If it's a sucky movie, it does matter.
Okay. That's fair.
But the other thing
I'm just saying, it's like it felt like there was
Give me a hard time. Give me a hard time.
But the other thing is that if you look at the tattoo and you have any familiarity, that was an old tattoo.
Right.
From the way it was laid on his skin,
it looks old.
That leads me back to the 8chan channel reference conspiracy nut theory that's on. I read on 8chan.
Yeah.
That the government is taking humans and turning them into monster killers. So maybe it was a prison tattoo because the government had him.
Maybe it was, but
out.
Man, he didn't. I don't care if it was free. He didn't get his money's worth.
We went from geography to tattoos.
These were terrible tattoos. I'm not meaning bad. I mean, they were disgusting tattoos. This man's lucky he didn't get a staph infection kind of tattoos. Where there wasn't even a jerry-rigged. I've seen machines built by people in prisons. This wasn't even machines. It was
old school.
Like,
and I would agree, but you gotta this is why I harped on what is the time period of the movie, because I agree they are not great looking. At the same time, even if this was the No Mercy was meant to be a new tattoo, do we really trust them to have made the production value to actually make it look good?
Had the calendar said March 28th, 2005, would that have made the movie better for you?
It would have made certain aspects of the movie more understandable. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
I wouldn't say it necessarily makes it better. It would make it where I could at least...
Gives you a point of reference.
It gives me a reason to suspend disbelief.
Because
most of it does not track for actually like getting me hooked in, making me like, okay, sure, that seems a little outlandish, but it's 2005, so things are different back then. I can make that like exception, even though it's probably not necessarily accurate. I can at least be like, well, it was a different time.
Yeah.
They had different procedures for operating, like the whole police thing on the side of the road. Okay, cool. Maybe it was different back then. I don't really know. It gives me a reason to say this is more plausible rather than where I sit at is it now where I'm like, that would never happen today.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I forgot.
You're good.
Forgot I was in screen.
Yeah, just lean back that way.
Yeah.
There you go.
But
anyway,
that's it. I'm not saying it would necessarily make it better. It would make it where I could at least be like, I will agree to disagree. Maybe it could have happened that way, rather than I don't think it would have happened that way.
Gotcha.
Okay, new question. Should we, because clearly we have a lot of specifics that we have a lot to say on, should we just burn through the plot like quick, and then we can just rant about the semantics and the specific details?
That's a better idea.
I would agree.
Okay, so where we left off, because we're like 7 minutes into the movie.
Yeah.
So homeboy was hiding in the closet with a shotgun. That's great. He's still wearing a mask. Homegirl is still... I didn't even write down her name.
Officer...
Janine.
Archer. Officer Archer.
It was Archer.
Okay. So Archer is following him. She's down the trail. She goes. She visits. She calls a bunch of different police stations trying to get evidence, things like that. She goes to an FBI station where she tries to get somebody who is like looking for him to get some additional help. He basically tells her to f*** off. And then the assistant is the one who calls her, right?
Yeah.
And is like, I have some intel that could help you out.
That might help you out.
Right.
And we find out somewhere along this point that she's pregnant.
Yes. Somewhere along there we do
sorry.
out.
She's pregnant.
She's pregnant.
We knew that was coming. Woo. Golly. Did anybody not see that coming?
No.
Okay.
Dude, once we get past the plot, I called this movie.
Okay.
And I'll tell you why.
Okay.
But keep going. So
our killer guy keeps going around killing people, kills a pharmacist outside in the parking lot of the pharmacy she works at, breaks in, steals drugs. FBI's got all this video footage of him breaking into libraries and stealing certain copies of encyclopedias, N and T.
Yep.
He stays off the internet.
Yep.
He leaves symbols and stuff whenever he commits a murder. Takes a sledgehammer to a guy changing his tire.
Yeah.
Smacks his doesn't smack the girlfriend. Chases the girlfriend, and a big truck comes around a corner and tips over, and gas goes everywhere.
Which was
huge,
so stupid.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I'm sorry, I gotta at least weigh in on that. I'm like, okay.
It was
trucks, 18-wheelers coming at it.
Yeah.
Hits the brakes. By hitting the brakes, that immediately means that out of nowhere it tips on its side, and then cue the most cliche 2006 Michael Bay movie of a car went on its side, so it has to explode.
Yeah,
it happened to be carrying. It seemed like the 18-wheeler was carrying. It was carrying gasoline.
Yeah,
but when the explosion happens, so he's chasing her down the street. From me to you.
Yeah. He was right on her.
The truck miraculously smacks her, and he goes, "Olay!" And he goes right past
the slow-mo back step.
The couple steps back.
Right there. There we go.
Yeah.
It's going to blow up over there, a giant, huge fireball, but I'm not going to be affected.
Yeah, but the Tom Cruise walk away, like Mission Impossible style, like,
oh yeah,
with the sledgehammer.
Yeah.
Going back to the car.
Oh my God.
That was
Okay.
anyway, so he leaves a little symbol on the
absolutely.
side of the door. Yeah.
I made 3
Dips
like it was a block of text on my phone talking about. I was like, "Are you kidding me right now?"
Yeah, the slow mo was really bad in this.
Yeah.
Okay, but
So Louis, keep going.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then she keeps continuing. She figures out that
Officer Archer keeps trying to find him. She figures out he does this, and then he travels this far during a day, and then he stays here. So she's roughly got a 110-mile stretch. Alert all the hotels on these 25 X's that this is going to happen.
Right.
And so she actually pulls into one herself.
Right.
And is talking to the guy. We still sign in. We don't actually do stuff like that. So I don't have anybody checked in by themselves overnight. So sorry. Oh, wait. Here's the guy.
Yeah, as she's walking away.
Right.
Yes.
Oh, wait.
Thank you.
Yeah.
See, and this was another one of those moments where I was confused about the time period. Because I was like, what hotel is still keeping
A
guests?
paper registry.
Right.
Not even just a paper, like, if it was just on a piece of paper and it was like, hey, by the way, no, it is a bound, like, leather book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where they're like flipping through the page. I'm like, what hotel is still rocking a leather-bound, handwritten?
We skipped something.
What?
As she's chasing him, she's starting to do her investigation, and she figures out that there was 20 years ago, a murder at a church.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
And she gets the name of the murderer at the church that mass murdered 13 people. Yeah.
Reeves, yeah.
Reeves.
Richard?
James Reeves
Yeah,
or something like that.
Reeves.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
And so then she starts connecting.
Did they get that from Google? Like, or
Yeah,
ChatGPT? Like,
probably. But then she
Richard
starts
James? Anyways.
putting that
Sorry.
name. That's all right.
It's
Putting that
Kansas,
name
bro. It's Kansas.
with lyrics from a
Right.
satanic group.
Yes.
And so she puts all this music together, and it definitely, when she tries to explain to the FBI, to me, sounds like conspiracy theory.
Right.
There was nothing that made sense about the whole thing, but she follows that process of elimination, and figures out this is where he's going to be.
Because obviously, every deathcore band that exists,
Right.
they have some ulterior motive.
Just the Norwegian ones.
Just the Norwegian.
Have you heard black metal? It's really cool.
I know. I have listened to it. I don't look like it.
That was not the follow-up I thought you were but okay.
Yeah. I mean, you've seen my music.
Yeah, like,
Yeah, I go everywhere. So
this was so insulting in such a way.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But
it was, because I felt it. When it was, I was like, cool, because every single metal group is, of course, tied to a satanic serial killing spree.
not just that, but alternative at all.
Yeah.
People who dress in
Ramped up
black,
the
people who
satanic
have
panic.
piercings, people who have tattoos. If you have long hair, like,
I'm not gonna lie, the whole, because I don't know if we covered it, the whole time where he goes and meets the satanic group, I was just like,
we're getting there next.
okay,
that's where we're at.
Yeah.
I'm jumping the gun.
No, you're good. You're good.
So he starts putting an ad in this paper that's got the classified ads or whatever.
Yes.
Gives a little code. I'm looking for help. And then he gets the classified ads the next day, and lo and behold, someone's responding. So he contacts them. They're applying code. He gets a phone number. Our lovely Officer Archer, she also sees it, and she also cracks the code.
Which was stupidly
It
obvious.
was
I'm
very
sorry.
obvious, yeah.
But
Yeah.
you see numbers like that, and
Yeah.
if your first thought isn't, oh, maybe this is kind of like a text thing.
Because that's exactly the way text messages used to be done.
Yeah,
If you need to send
T9,
it,
bitch.
six,
Yeah.
So that was
Millennials, mother.
that was obviously what was going on.
I was saying the boomers.
Yes, no.
Yeah.
She cracked
So-
the code.
Our serial killer gets his contact, gets his phone number, calls this cult.
Yes.
Okay. This was not a cult. This was a bunch of people play acting.
Okay,
Yeah,
thank you.
Yeah.
This
you.
this was a bunch of people trying to be cool and, edgy.
Yes,
Exactly.
that was the definition. This was people who...
Basically, they wanted to do cocaine, eat Chinese food, and then get naked and have sex on the floor.
Yes.
That's all this was. We're going to light some candles And it was so poorly done.
Also, I'm gonna have to bleep this out, but just side note: if you decide to experiment with drugs or anything like that,
Flower and Lucy.
not a good combo. Don't do it, please. Please don't.
That's your public service announcement for the day.
You're
We
welcome.
do those on occasion because we love our audience.
Absolutely. We want everybody
We gotta
to be
help
safe.
you out, but yeah, like verified. Don't do that. That's a really bad combo. But this was the most poser Church of Satan. We are angry Christians. He said hallelujah.
I know.
Yeah.
That made no sense to me at all.
He's satanic and he said hallelujah. If this wasn't the most angry Christian Church of Satan bullshit I've ever seen.
We Christians, we don't want them either.
I know. Like,
God loves everybody, but he's a little irritated with those folks. It was terrible.
Satanics agree.
It still blows me away. The whole like super fancy, like you're at a manor. It's a very nice estate,
yes.
and you're at this fancy table with all these people. You
Right.
got candles everywhere, and everybody's eating takeout Chinese.
Right.
I was
Yeah.
like, what is with the Chinese food? Like that's fine. I have no problem. I'm sure you can run a great satanic like
Cult.
come together. You know, how do you do?
I
knew.
I
The
knew
weird
that
contrast.
all those people were going to die because you've got this hardcore, if you want to call him that, hardcore guy who's murdering in the name.
He had drank the
In the
Kool-Aid.
name.
He had
And
absolutely
he walked
done
in and he's looking around at this cult and he's going, "You're an idiot, you're an idiot, you're an idiot, you're an idiot, you're all going to die. Marvin is going to make it."
Yeah. He's like, you're the only believer.
Right. And Marvin's like, I gotta go. Runs away on his little golf cart.
So yeah, and then listen, I would
Insult to injury. I fled in a golf cart. I fled.
I would have more criticism for Anthony Hopkins if
That
honestly,
wasn't Anthony Hopkins. That was
dude, that had to have
that
been
was
Anthony.
Roddy McDowell. Not Roddy, Malcolm McDowell.
What?
Look it up. Trust me.
Who is that?
He was in Clockwork Orange as a very young man.
No.
I defecate you negatively.
I'm looking up.
Okay.
Don't worry. Just give me a minute. Okay.
That sounded like Anthony Hopkins, and I was like, what the f is he
You
doing?
did. You kept asking me, is that anything happening? And I kept saying, I don't know. I don't know celebrity.
Look at the cast!
I'm working on
Please,
it. Okay?
thank you.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I need to know what he's in.
I'm working on it. Okay.
Oh my god, it was Ronnie McDowell.
Malcolm McDowell.
Malcolm McDowell.
Mr. Pendleton. Sure enough.
And if you'll IMDb him,
He
you'll
is
see-
82 years old.
Yeah, he's needed some.
I mean,
he needed a
He
check.
didn't
Some
look that
more.
old.
Oh, yeah.
There was no reason for a man of that acting quality was going to ever be in this.
No, that man was having fun. He didn't
I
give a
hope
You're
so.
absolutely right. He was in Clockwork Orange. That's his number
Wow.
one. Number one on Google is Clockwork Orange.
I bow to your cinematic
I
knowledge.
watched
He
all
was
those
also in
movies a long time ago.
Halloween. He's also in Halloween.
Yeah, he's
And
been in a
Halloween
ton of
too.
stuff. Yeah,
He's
like
great.
That's
I know his
he's
face.
intense.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Wow.
See, this is
Okay, so
always blown
anyway.
away that I don't
He
know
just needed a
these
check.
people.
Yeah, he needed.
Wow.
Yeah, he needed to make a payment on a house or something like that.
Yeah, I was messed up. I thought that was Anthony Hopkins, and I was like,
different guy.
I mean, dude's
What's he
82.
doing?
He's 82. He's got to make money.
Yeah,
no, yeah,
It's
That's
not like
fine.
he's doing a lot.
but Anthony Hopkins is a sir, isn't he? Like,
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing in this movie? This makes more sense. I wouldn't expect you in this movie either, Mozart.
thank you.
Yeah,
I would have been in that movie.
Yeah, I would text you and give you about it if you were in this movie.
No, don't do it.
No,
No.
I can totally see why you thought it was Anthony Hopkins.
They look similar,
They
right?
look similar.
Yeah.
See, the thing I see is his face is more like a little bit wider in the
Yeah.
cheeks.
It
Whereas
is.
The other one's a little bit more slimmer, but
Regardless,
Sir Anthony Hopkins is 88 years old.
he's
God,
doing well.
We're getting
Yeah.
old.
Yeah. Anyways,
Anyway,
so
Mhm.
true believer guy. Richard.
yeah.
Richard comes in, sees their stuff. They're having this dinner. He's just kind of observing. They
We never
do lines
see
of.
Flower.
We never see his face.
We never do.
It's like he is a walking absence of light.
And I actually cinematically liked that.
Okay, I can see that because he is pure darkness.
Exactly.
Okay.
Aesthetic-wise, for an archetype, for something like that where you're not trying to humanize, you're trying to make like a theme going through a movie.
Yeah.
I thought they did a good job with that. I thought it was cool that he always either had the mask on or it was always these hyper close-ups or darked out his face.
Yeah.
I thought that was cool.
We'll get into that after the spoilers because they're the whole cinematography stuff.
Yeah, we'll get into that afterwards. Anyway, so he's watching them. They take
Lucy,
they do
Flower.
And they all start an orgy. And then he's like, you know what? I'm done with this. You're the only true believer, Marvin. Yeah. You can get away while I'll give you a chance. He takes off, runs away. He comes back with an axe.
And a tank of gas.
Yes, and a tank of gas, yes. He comes back in. Very like slow death, plotting, Jason style, that type thing. Starts chopping into people, and you get this full cheeky ass slow-mo blood.
It was so bad.
It was so bad.
I also have to say, why is it that every time there's like a satanic orgy going on, everybody seems so not in it?
They always
everybody looks so bored. They're so like just like whatever. Like I'm like that doesn't make any sense to me.
Enjoy yourselves.
Yeah, that's the whole point.
I mean,
it's the hedonism.
It's
that's the whole point. It's the hedonism, the carnality.
Yeah.
So why does everybody look like they're just like lined up at the fucking post office because they need the new like
everybody's
Liberty
at the DMV.
stamps? Yeah. Everybody looks so bored, and he's just sitting there. He's like, "All right, I'm gonna start hacking into it." And everybody's just sitting there going, "Oh man,
number
that looks
37.
shitty. That looks awful. I wouldn't want to be hacked up like that, but I'm gonna do nothing except sit here."
And one of the guys' choreographies was so bad because there's one guy who is how do I say this? Receiving fellatio.
That's
his giver.
Yeah.
Is tragically murdered after a big blood noodle spray in slow-mo. And he literally like does this weird, I don't know if y'all caught it, but he does this weird like shuffle around to get to his spot so he can take the axe in the right spot.
Yeah. He worked like, his blocking in perfectly. It's like, wait a minute, I'm supposed to be.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
My little X on the ground is over here, and I'm not in spot, so let me get over there.
It was
so true. Though.
It was so choreographed that I was like, dude.
Yeah.
So, anyways, he kills all of them. He ends up killing Malcolm. McDowell. Thank you. Malcolm McDowell splits his head in half. Big splurt. More noodles. Which is what they look like to me.
It was not good.
Pendleton is the character name.
Yeah.
We blend characters and actor names, and sometimes we say that guy.
Yeah. Sometimes we forget him entirely. Anyways, he kills all of these believers.
Yeah.
And keeps going on his way, right?
Right.
And then he keeps going, and they finally figure out, as she's getting closer to him, that because she stakes out the church where he originally did all of his murders. His first spree.
Well, that's what we find out is that he actually was the guy 20 years ago that did the mass murder of 13 people in this church, and he's headed back there. Not only is that the case, but it's also the 20th anniversary of 3 Mile Island meltdown.
Dun, dun, dun.
There you go. That's how you can figure out your time frame. Figure out what 3 Mile Island was.
That's a good point.
Plus 20 years, and that's going to be roughly it. But yeah, we find out that as our killer has been trekking his way across and stealing library books and murdering pharmacists, he also broke into a gun store.
He did.
And got a whole lot of hand grenades.
Yep.
Because that happens at every gun store.
Yeah, I mean,
all over here in Texas, we've got hand grenades, rocket launchers, you name it.
I get them at Walmart all the time.
Oh yeah, yeah. They're over in the
outdoor
section.
Yeah, outdoor section of Walmart. Check it out.
It's fun. But he also found just a random construction site that had 20 pounds of old school dynamite.
Mm-hmm.
They're not using China.
I also have several issues with it. Okay,
I learned something new because of what we were talking about. The 20-year anniversary of 3 Mile Island actually puts this in a great perspective.
Okay.
Because
when was
the original 3 Mile Island was 1979.
79. Okay.
So the 20-year anniversary would make this 1999.
Which
I
makes
was
a little more
close.
sense.
That you were close. You were a lot closer than I thought, but that actually really ties into the
That's Bridge of 2000. Yeah.
Like you're right there because
Yeah.
it would be March 28th.
They wouldn't have had cell phones like that.
Well, it would have been.
It wasn't a touch screen. There were no touch screens.
No.
I would agree. There were no touch screens,
No, it was
and I don't remember the
Yeah,
phone,
that was
so I
T9
can't-
flip phones. Like
Yeah.
I remember having the Motorola Razor.
Which
But
explains
the original
T9,
OG.
Not only that, but
that explains the code in the.
if we're in 1999, you've also got your Y2K coming
Yep.
up
Yeah,
Yep.
because that was scary for those of us that were alive then.
I was
Yeah,
alive then.
You weren't worried about it though.
No,
it was.
I remember the non-bunker party. Parents were rich enough to have a bunker, but we were all worried about it.
We were in the garage.
We were there. We were worried about it. We weren't like glamping the Y2K. Like we didn't have the bunker and all that. But
Okay,
We
but
were
that
all
does
worried. Yeah,
that does
that-
make
that
a
makes it
little
easier.
more sense. Also, disintegrates the movie a little bit more. But
In some
was saying-
ways.
at this point,
Yeah.
who gives a because this
It was
movie
still-
was disintegrated.
Yeah.
All right, so we continue. She found the church.
Right.
Where-
Luckily, whenever our killer was with the cult, they were able to put him in contact with a guy who lived in the city that he didn't know his name. I know where he works, but I don't know his name. I don't know where he lives. I can tell you what city he's in. That's all I've got.
I think I narrow it down in a city to one guy.
Yeah. Yeah. And it just happens to be the guy that can get into all the reactors at 3 Mile Island.
Yep,
So
he's got all the security clearances.
everything you could possibly
A
need.
golden goose of
Yeah.
terrorism.
So he waits for this guy in his garage and ambushes him and his wife. Makes the guy drive him to 3 Mile Island where all the security guards are like, "Hey, Bob, you're working late tonight. Yeah, Stinky Mr. Jenkins or whatever it is. Maybe come back in. Don't look in the back, though."
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, of course, they open up the trunk and look in the back and totally miss this massive guy who's laying in the floor.
Yeah, he
with
was
this guy's
not
wife.
small.
No,
like
this guy was big.
he was stacked. This
Yeah.
man like was on T. He
Yeah.
had some build.
Yeah.
He was pretty jacked.
But our wonderful officer Archer finally figures out he's going to blow up 3 Mile Island.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be the 20th anniversary. It's the same time frame that this guy murdered all these people in the church. I've got to stop him.
Because she conveniently, as she's like, "Where is he? He's not at the church. He's not at the church." Oh, there's a big nuclear facility right down
there.
the street.
I can literally
Why
see it
is
from the
somebody-
front yard.
Why is somebody spray painted 3MI on this church in red spray paint where I can
Gee.
see it from here?
Okay.
Goodness
okay.
gracious.
Why?
Because so here's the thing where I got to disagree with you. I felt like the
This
twist.
fucking contrarian.
No, I've been agreeing with most of everything you've said.
Even now.
I'm just
say
saying.
your piece. Say it.
I'm just saying. I will admit, because the entire movie, right, they've been focusing on the tattoo on the back of his hand,
This
which
is
were
not-
just
It's a
3
radiation,
little
right.
triangles.
Oh, okay.
And
Yeah.
I didn't immediately peg it for nuclear symbols,
Yeah,
right?
radiation.
I was just like, okay, what is it? It could be a target.
Oh, that
It
was
could be
a radiation symbol? That was horrible imagery.
That was the whole point. Is it's the 3 triangles pointing into a center point. It just didn't
Just
have the
make a
circles.
nuclear symbol.
That's what they tried to do. It was
Yeah.
once again, it was one of those prison tattoos.
Yeah, it's a prison tattoo.
If you would
You
read,
can't make a circle?
if you would
How do you mean
read
this is
8chan,
not the nuclear symbol?
read your 8chan, and you'll know that this is all a government conspiracy.
See, here's your problem, Sly Dog. You're just not out here on 8chan. I don't know what you're doing. 8chan, 4chan, B-chan, U-chan, I-chan, me-chan.
we all chan.
We all chan.
8chan for 8chan. Yeah.
Can we
Oh.
finish this movie?
Hang on.
So yeah,
So again, I just wanted to point out that how is that not the tattoo? It is
Did he have
literally-
that circle in his...
No.
No, he didn't have the
triangles.
circle. He had 3 triangles. So
no circle
essentially,
in the middle.
he took the
Symbolism is
circle
very
out.
important.
Yes,
It
and they
is, but
missed
that's
it.
what I'm getting.
They
is,
missed it.
is the whole. Well, it's. I'm not going to say they missed it. I'm going to say they purposely obfuscated just enough because it was the thing. As soon as they pointed it out, I saw the symbolism. I was like, that's meant to be the nuclear symbol. Now I get it. But that was why I appreciated the twist because, again, the whole time
it was a twist.
It was a twist.
I got it from the beginning.
You knew it was going to end with a nuclear attack.
I knew there was a nuclear tattoo.
You saw the nuclear
and as soon as they said, it's the 20th anniversary of 3 Mile Island, I went, oh, this is a neat little interesting thing because he's going to blow up 3 Mile Island.
No, see, I totally missed the first time they talked about 3 Mile Island.
Oh, no, I got it.
I didn't catch it. I saw the symbol and I saw it and I was like, why does that look familiar?
Yeah.
I couldn't place it because it was missing the inner circle because, again, the nuclear symbol has 3 triangles, but the tips are cut off for the inner circle. Yeah. This was not his tattoo. It was literally 3 triangles with the full points. I was like, why does that look familiar? I couldn't place it.
Yeah.
And they showed it like 3 times very intentionally. That's why I was paying attention to the tattoos as I went along because I was like, there's something there. I don't know what it is. And then they finally did the reveal and I was like, oh, because the whole time I'm on board with they're going to attack the church.
Yeah.
So to me, the nuclear thing was a decent twist. Like there was some foreshadowing, but also I would say the foreshadowing was just obscured enough where if you weren't immediately on it, you may not have caught it. I didn't catch it.
Okay. Here's my counter argument.
Yes.
That's stupid.
That's fine. Why do you say it's stupid? That's the more important part. The more important part. Why do you say it's stupid?
There's a reason why very similar flags have different stars, have different stripes, have tattoos that are native, have different symbolism to them. They can look very similar, but that's why symbolism matters.
Of course.
Because that's how you differentiate them, whether it's cultural, national, it doesn't matter. That's one reason why symbols have still stuck around and still mean things, whether positive or negative or with any kind of motive behind them.
But if you miss that symbolism, like you're saying, I think I'm agreeing with you actually here. If you don't do the symbolism correctly, it loses its meaning.
Yes. If you just give me 3, it looked like a Trivial Pursuit thing. To me. Yes.
Slices.
It looked like you were halfway through a game of Trivial Pursuit.
Okay.
What?
No, but here's the thing, okay? Because I agree. I totally agree with what you're saying. No, here's the thing.
Say it one more time.
I'm gonna win this argument. Are you ready for me to win this argument?
Go.
Because I agree. Symbolism is very important. It is very important that you are not ambiguous in what your symbolism is. However, here is the point. Mozart picked up on the fact that it was the nuclear symbol immediately. So obviously the symbolism couldn't have been that bad because otherwise he wouldn't have immediately gotten it. And obviously it couldn't have been too on the nose. Otherwise I would have gotten it. Which means what I was saying is it is right in that sweet spot of it was ambiguous enough to fool some people, but not everybody. Disagree with me.
Cool. Y'all are dumb. So
Mozart.
Homeboy goes.
No.
We're gonna make you admit you're wrong on camera.
It's your show.
Anyway, we're going to blow up the 3 Mile Island reactor.
We're at a nuclear reactor.
With lots of dynamite.
And he does a whole satanic thing where he cuts his hand.
Well, he just breezes right into the control room.
Oh, yeah. He uses, I counted, because I was like, you're going to use a revolver to go into a nuclear facility.
He used shots.
4 bullets with a revolver where you have a max of 6, and you can get into a nuclear facility?
Oh, see, that wasn't even my problem. My problem was I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. That's very unrealistic. My concern was how are you unilaterally as one person? Like, I get you have this guy who is your hostage, and you're using his like access codes or whatever.
Right.
This one guy has like the super command to I locked everybody else out. I'm going to blow up the station. Nobody can do anything.
Right.
Unless you're inside the control room.
Yeah, and you literally were one person turnkey. It's done. I'm like, that that's not how that works. There's
Not even
multiple people. Like there are fail safes throughout. Like I understand.
Yeah.
Contingency.
Like
in order to
taking
make
over.
sure that at least 2 people are involved in the final step, much less the dozen of steps that have to be done beforehand.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That was my problem. Like I could see that. Like that's still very unrealistic that you're going to come in with a revolver and take over, let alone expending almost all your ammo. But the fact that everybody else is like, oh my God, we can't do anything about it. We can't stop it.
He did have a shotgun too, but he abandoned it whenever he went into the control
We went
room.
in the control room with him because that's what he used to kill the guy with. He shot him. Yeah.
Oh, you're right. You're right. He did switch
everybody.
it.
That's right.
Yeah,
He did switch it.
Yeah. That guy's dead. No, he's going to let him live. No, he's dead. Told you he's dead.
Yeah. It was a sawn off.
Right.
Yeah. Pump action shotgun.
And there's no way to get in there.
Yeah.
Absolutely no way to stop the control room. It's shut. We're going to have to bring a cutting torch in here. It's going to take 2 to 3 hours to cut through it, except for random dude over here.
Oh.
Security guy's like, wait a minute. I know a back way in that no one's used since this whole thing was built. Run the maze, and then suddenly we're up above the control room looking through a piece of plexiglass. It's bulletproof and this thick. And he's like, oh, there it is.
After he already said this room is designed to not even let radiation in.
Right.
See, and that was the
You
part
know
that
how
I got.
caustic radiation is.
I am familiar with radiation.
Actually, you are the professional in this.
Yes.
You would know best. So we will defer.
Radiation travels in a straight line.
Right.
It doesn't bend or
there's
whatever.
no way. Yeah,
It goes straight. And
Right.
that's why you have such like large, dense things like lead, because it will stop the beam,
Right.
the ray from going wherever you want to call it. Right.
It's their molecular density, right?
Something
That
about
does
the
that?
density of it,
Okay.
yeah. But it will, that's how they fix this.
Right.
They went straight through, clip what they need to clip, and it does not stop. It keeps going all the way through. That's why I had burns.
That's insane,
over,
man.
But it's not something, you don't just have a piece of plexiglass
Yeah.
there because it's not going to stop it. No.
It's not like an MRI where you just get behind the window and you're
Right. No. When they were zapping me, it was strap him down to a table. We're going to go behind this big, heavy lead door with this big concrete thing here. Zap, and then this machine spins over the other side. Zap, and then they spin it back up, and then they come unlock me, and then they were out.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
That sounds terrifying.
Oh, yeah. I used to have the mask, but I threw it away a couple years ago. Finally let it go.
I don't blame you.
Yeah. I think I kept it for 10 years.
Damn.
So I'll show you the pictures. It was messed up.
I believe
Yeah.
it. Yeah, cancer's
Yeah, it's not fun.
much less getting rid of it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anyways, so she conveniently, with the bullets she has left on her, she
Well,
blows a hole.
security guy's like, I'm getting out of here, and sets his gun down because he's going to outrun this explosion.
Yeah, that's going to take out a tri-state area.
Right.
Yeah,
We're going to pretty much.
it's going to take out the state. They're like, no, it's going to take out the entire state.
Yeah, so the whole Eastern Seaboard's going down.
I'm going to run.
I'm out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah, conveniently leaves his M16 or whatever it was he's got. And she picks it up
Yeah.
intelligently, shoots the same spot of the plexiglass enough until she pokes a hole in it.
Sure.
And then crams the barrel of her 30-06 deer rifle through there and is trying to look through a scope that's now blocked by spider-webbed plexiglass.
Yeah.
And still manages to keep shooting
On target. Yeah.
on target, our bad guy, who's got a grenade. He's got the whole 20 sticks of dynamite wrapped around Suicide.
Yeah.
He's going to use his hand grenade to set off the detonation.
And she manages.
None of those look like dynamite. They look like weird steel
It
bars.
looked like kielbasa.
Yeah.
It's like it was sausages
Like-
strapped to his chest.
It really did. And she has not only the visual, but the timing and everything through this tiny hole
Yeah.
to shoot him through the arm to make him let go of the grenade
Right.
in such a way that it will be far enough to not detonate the dynamite.
Well, hang on, because this was something that I keyed into and I could not let it go. Did anybody see that grenade actually explode? Because he pulled the pin, that was very shown,
Right?
and then she shot him through the wrist, and
Right.
it shows it like bouncing
Rolling
away
away.
into the corner. and then nothing else happened with that grenade. Am I the only one who caught that?
I did see something.
I thought
Did you see it explode?
I saw an explosion,
Okay.
but it was just because he like does this whole.
He very, very elegantly pulls it off with his pinky.
Yeah.
Pulls the pin.
Yeah.
And now the spoon, I don't ever remember seeing the spoon fly whenever she shot him in the arm.
It did pop off whenever she shot him in the arm. He let go of it, and there was only the ball and the spring that was left. So it was activated.
Okay.
But yeah,
I don't remember seeing it go up. I remember him pulling it, and I mean, I'm not the most like.
Even if that was a fragmentation grenade,
there should have been some.
There should have been some shrapnel.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Even if it wasn't in that tight and closed of a room, with that explosion, you're going to get such a percussion on your eardrums. You're going to be wiped out for a while.
DRT.
Yeah, you're going to be bleeding from the ears at a minimum.
Yeah.
But he's still like, oh, my arm got shut. Oh, I got to figure out a new way to set these things
Oh,
off.
dude, the whole bodybuilder, just flexing. And he had this whole, monologue where he was like, this is for Satan. I am bringing the gates of hell to the planet.
Open the gates.
Yada, 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 yada. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Shoot him again. One more time. And he's still kicking.
Was it 3 or was the final headshot the 4th?
I don't know. She shot him in the head.
Yeah, she shot him several times.
And this is a high-powered rifle.
Yeah. Finally gets him through the head.
High powered enough to shoot through bulletproof plexiglass.
Well, that was a semi-auto she had earlier.
Yeah, that was from the security guard. Because she took his gun when he ran away and went bing, 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 bing at the same spot, made a hole, and then she stuck her barrel with her hunting rifle through, and then went bing, bing, bing.
All right.
Because that's how bullets sound.
Yeah.
If you didn't know.
Yeah.
Bing, bing, bing.
Some people say
Especially when
pew,
it's
pew, pew, but no, it's definitely a big, big
It's a bing, bing, bing.
Oh.
But yeah, she ends up shooting this guy. She shoots him through the back of the dome, through his teeth, it looked like.
It was a good shot.
Hit through here. Cool. Fine. He's dead.
Right.
Stories allegedly over, right?
But they never... Okay. I could have sworn they said at one point in time the church murderer was shot and killed.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it's no, he wasn't dead. He actually survived. And now he's done this whole 3 Mile Island thing, and the FBI's not releasing his body because A-Chan said that the government is making monsters. And lo and behold, they've got him in the back of a Jeep now, or a Humvee.
Yeah, he's somehow still alive.
Still
even
alive.
though we literally saw this show. See, that was one of the things that didn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I guess that makes sense if the whole if the government's making monsters, somehow he's able to survive this. But that was one thing that threw me off is we saw him get shot down.
Yeah.
Like multiple shots.
Right.
Definitely the kill shot through the head.
Oh, yeah.
There's no coming,
this is some Michael Myers, Jason Voorhees.
Yes, exactly. The undying.
Right.
Shit,
Here we go.
And then they were like, he was dead. And then they had him leaving the courthouse because he was covering his face with his No Mercy tattoo, which I could be wrong again. But I thought, considering my interpretation was he got this tattoo on his rampage. I was like, how is he in court with the tattoo?
Right.
And then suddenly it's like, oh no, actually he's alive.
Yeah.
It didn't make
We're taking him to Death
sense.
Valley at this maximum security prison.
Right.
Yeah.
In government vehicles.
Which didn't even look like a prison. It looked like some weird Adobe
it was a resort.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was someplace
It
out
had
in
some
the middle of the
extra
desert.
fence, but it was a resort.
Yeah.
And they totally leaned into the, like you were saying, this unkillable enemy.
Right.
And
credits.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
and then that's
literally where they left us, dude.
He's bleeding to the floor. There's a Humvee. Credits. Welcome back, Richard, or whatever his name was.
Yeah.
No.
And it's like the guards are laughing. You're back here again. So maybe there is something to do with the government's hardwiring people to be serial killers, satanic weirdos. I don't know.
But I told both of y'all whenever the movie was over, I was like, this is stupid.
Yeah. We didn't even cover the best part.
Which part?
The part where I thought you were going to hurl.
Which part?
Copper tubing. When he went to the Catholic Church.
Oh, that was gross.
Yeah.
What?
He went to the
So
Catholic
yeah,
Church
randomly
and
he goes to a Catholic church because apparently now he's Catholic, or was. I don't know.
He goes in for
The blood drinking.
Goes to
So
what's it called? Confession. Thank you. Goes to confession.
Yeah.
I did love the priest though because he was so done.
Yeah.
He was a priest that was working. You know what I mean? Where he like homeboy just shows up and he's like, "How can I help you, my son?" And then he, no words, just walks to the confession booth, and the dude's like, slaps his piece of paper, his pamphlet, or whatever the f it was on the thing, and goes to the confession booth, and he's just like, all right, what do you got to say?
Yeah.
He makes his spiel. I don't even remember what their dialogue was.
Oh, the priest that I grew up with really formed me into the man I am today. Oh, that's such a good thing to hear. Stab through the wall.
With a sharpened
right
tube.
yeah.
And then, he lifts his mask up enough he takes the tube and just like starts slurping, which doesn't even make sense because he went through his neck. So there'd be a limited amount of blood.
Right. It's not like he specifically hit
right in there.
Stopped. He like shoved it all the way.
Yeah, you're not tapping it. Also, there'd be meat in there, so you gotta slurp that through.
For me to you, I'm going to try and take a sharpened copper tube, which is very malleable, jam it through the confessional blocker thing or whatever, land it perfectly somewhere here in your carotid artery, not so deep that it goes through and I can't get anything but goop, but just right to where the blood comes gushing out.
And also,
I got to practice that shot.
Also, not accounting for the priest like moving or like pulling away. He just stuck in. He's like, "Oh, okay, I'm here now. You got me."
And then the motherfucker starts drinking it.
Yeah,
that was gross. You're right. Yeah, that grossed me out.
As soon as that happened, I saw you go, "Oh!" I was like, "You got him."
Yeah, I was like, "Oh, that's metallic." Like, oh,
coming through the copper.
That's the problem. It's metallic. Nothing to do with it. The fact that it is tastes like copious amounts of blood. That's metallic.
It's not gonna taste good.
Of course, it's not going to taste good. I'm pretty sure you don't go into that expecting it to taste good.
Yeah. But
I'd rather have wine than blood. Look, I'm just saying.
I would agree.
I'm not Christian, but I'd still rather take that.
I'm just saying.
But that's our movie, right?
Yeah.
So that's the rundown. That's as good as it gets. As you can see, we were quite impassioned about how bad this movie was. Do we want to say anything good about it?
No, I'm not done.
He's like, oh yeah, you haven't hit the heart of what your argument was.
So here's the thing. All right,
go for it.
I called this movie from the beginning, and I talked to Piro about it.
Okay.
Because there is a video game. We looked it up. I own this game.
Really?
That's about 10 years old now. It's called Hatred.
Okay.
And it was a source, especially at 2015, it was a source of high controversy because of its massive violence and its focus on that. Okay. Where you are a long-haired, trench coat wearing, angry white guy. You never see his face. Mm-hmm. And his whole thing is that humanity is this plague on the earth. And he has decided that it is his mission to cull the herd. And he is going to take out as many people as he can.
Okay.
And the reason it was such a source of controversy, great destruction physics on it, but it was such a point of controversy because that's the whole job. Your whole mission is to kill people. And you can do executions. And like there are specific quests where they're like, kill this many cops, kill this many citizens.
Okay.
Go to this like hunting lodge and kill this many people. Like that's the whole point of it. Almost beat for beat, this movie did that.
Oh, okay.
It was some random guy. You can kill a random cop. You go to random neighborhoods and start killing them.
Yeah.
You go to motels and start killing them. The only thing they didn't have was that there was a political thing where there's like a political rally where a politician is talking and you can like just take out the whole thing.
Oh.
But the end of the game is you go to a nuclear facility.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
That's the end of the game. Is you go to a nuclear facility and you kill everybody there, and there's a couple ways to do it, but you set off the nuclear reactor.
Okay.
And you blow up the entire city in the new tri-state area or whatever you're doing. But that's the end of the game. Like, that's the final level. And
that's
so,
your final boss.
Yeah. And so as we were going through it pretty early on, I was like, is this? No. This is hatred.
Mm-hmm. So you pegged it.
And then they kept going. And
did you see it coming?
So it was interesting because I didn't realize it until after he had brought it up, because I never played the game. Okay. I just simply heard about the controversy. Gotcha. And that was it. The controversy was people wanted the game taken down and delisted because it was nothing but wanton violence. Like, every mission's just, hey, go out and kill a whole bunch of people, and that's your mission. And so people are like, this is, unhealthy.
It's the government watching it to see who's going to be the best at it.
Yeah. So I didn't know about it. I just knew about the controversy. But, I mean, it tracks.
Look.
And the fact that it came out in 2015, then it blew up socially, not because it was a good game or, a bad game. I'm not going to weigh in on that. But because of the content of the game, it became notorious. People knew it. Gotcha. So it makes sense that now this movie comes out and it
mimics
the whole plot line.
Very close. You don't ever see the guy's face that you're playing. Like, it ends in the nuclear reactor, and that's the whole thing, is you just keep going from new area to new area.
Credits.
Credits. That's it. You blow it up, and that's it.
The whole thing is a suicide mission. And that's the game. But it just...
This is so fun.
It's a good outlet for when you're having... And they've actually... They've scientifically proven this, but like violent games like that and stuff, they are good for that. Is when you've had a really bad day, or let's say you have anger issues or something like that.
Yeah.
It's an outlet to not do it. It's punching a bag.
Yeah.
To use martial art standards.
I write letters to people, and then I burn them, but I don't know what to do with all these letters.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's punching a bag versus going to a bar and putting somebody in the hospital.
Yeah.
And so you get your anger out on the video game, you get the blood and all this stuff, better than in this movie. And then you're good.
It's cathartic.
Yes, it's cathartic without actually having to have realization.
I paid $9 for that word.
That was a good one.
How did you pay $9 for that?
It's a big fancy word.
Okay.
You got to pay the vote.
It's one of those. It's one of those $5 words.
I paid $9.
Yeah, big one.
But that's 100% one where I pegged it. Where I was like, "Oh, this is this," and then they just kept it up for an hour and a half.
Okay.
I was like, "Are you kidding?" And then when they finally brought in the nuclear reactor, I was like, "Are you serious?"
This is it. Okay.
Okay, I have one positive point. Hang on. I gotta get my phone out.
I have one positive point.
Favorite.
While he's looking at what's your positive point while he's looking that up?
Cheesy as hell. We've already detracted from it. Is this post spoiler? Are we?
Yeah, whichever.
Okay, yeah.
It's all spoiled. Yeah, right. At this point in time,
it doesn't matter.
Yeah, we're spoiling a big nothing burger, so it's fine.
Turd in a bucket.
Yep.
I liked the bad guy.
I kind of did too.
Why?
I liked the way they portrayed him cinematically. I liked not seeing his face. I liked... The main thing that bothered me about him wasn't how he did it. It was the direction he was taken in. It felt more like a slight on the director and that kind of thing. The people who dressed him up. Yeah. It felt like he acted the hell out of a role.
Yeah.
When he was given nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can see that.
You don't even see his face.
And we don't even know that's his real voice.
Right. Yeah. And there was no way.
No, it was...
but we never
James Earl Jones doesn't even hit those levels.
Yeah, but at the same time, we never actually see him with a voice modulator, so you don't hang.
I mean, the guy's got a mask on the whole time, or like you said, it's up close and all you're getting sunglasses.
Well, but that doesn't change the fact that when he first got pulled over by Mr. Archer, who got shot, he didn't have a mask on, but he still had the same deep voice when he was talking to them.
Right.
So,
but we never saw it. I mean, sure, the officer did, but we never saw it.
They totally did his voice in editing.
I'm sure they did in editing.
Yeah, there's no way that was natural. But I liked the archetypal figure that he was paid to play.
Mm-hmm.
I just think they did a job of doing it. The execution.
It felt too much like Bane from the Batman movie.
Yes.
I can see that.
That's where
it definitely did.
Yeah.
And it was just too gimmicky, man. We get it. Yeah. He's satanic. He's out for blood.
Right.
It was such a linear bad guy.
They were pushing the satanic panic too hard.
Yeah. Yes. Especially with the manor that they went to and all of that. It was just overlay of overlay.
Aesthetic, costume choice for the Satanists.
Yeah, and what was his name? The nice guy who got away?
Marvin or something?
Yeah, Marvin or whatever.
Marvin's
he's alternative as hell. And that was the thing. He was a nice guy.
Yeah,
and that's most alternative people you'll meet. They're sweet people. They just like having jewelry.
Can I get your bag for you?
Tattooed, yeah.
Absolutely.
They just like having little spikies on their wrist and stuff like that. It's fun.
He didn't participate in any of the drug use or anything like that. He was very much. Yeah, I like Marvin.
Yeah, he was probably one of the best characters of the movie.
Yeah.
What?
Like I said, no. So remember, I was going to say I had a good thing to say about the movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's totally personal, totally subjective.
Okay.
But as a guy who works in IT, I'm going to start this. And I didn't finish the full statement in my notes here because I wrote, Marvin gives the best line of the whole movie. And I don't remember what the line is because I didn't write it down. But I gave the background because, you know me, I forget things, okay? So it was more important to me to capture the moment. And line aside, whatever it was, I'm sure it was great.
Okay, so
but
what's the vibe?
It was the vibe was whenever the slasher, right? This is before he goes off on his little killing spree and everything, Marvin's still there being helpful. And the slasher's just hey, by the way, I'm looking for this guy. I don't know his name. He's in a city. I don't know this city. I don't know anything about him. Go find him. Yeah. And he's just what? I get it. I do IT. I can look stuff up. But you gotta give me something. That is the most ambiguous nothing. And as a guy who has worked in IT for a decade, I can relate to that moment so hard where I'm just sitting there people will give me the most ridiculous thing ever and they're just well, you do computers. And I'm that has nothing to do. It has nothing to do with
just pull it out of the ether.
No, that's it. People think you can't. They see it as magic. And so I related with him. That made the whole movie right there for me. That moment, and I wish I could remember what he said in response, but it was the face. The face. Yeah. As the slasher's just it's this guy in a city and somewhere.
Yeah, he did.
And he was just
See, my favorite part of Marvin was that he kept saying okie dokie.
Yes.
I was that's alternative people right there.
Yeah.
Is that they'll be decked out in black, have their spikes and piercings and tattoos, and they'll be okie dokie. Yeah. And then they'll go and do their thing, and they're can I get your bag?
Guys, you can put your bag over there. Or not.
Or
not. It's fine.
All right.
But yeah. That was my moment for the movie, which is honestly its own commentary on the movie.
Yeah,
it is. I mean, there was commentary to be made. It was just really stupid.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying, that is my takeaway moment from the whole movie.
Yeah, to say how bad this movie was.
Yeah, to be that was the part that I recognized.
I said at the beginning, the best part about this movie was only 92 minutes long.
Yeah,
that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
You did nail it.
Yeah.
All right.
Cinematography, music, anything want to comment on that? Acting was not great. Plot was pathetic. It sounds like stolen.
Yeah, the graphics were I kind of like the cinematography.
It was all right.
I will say for how they obscured his face and
That
like
part
the
was
close-ups and stuff.
Yeah.
I did like those moments.
Yeah.
That was a nice little tidbit. But
another one of these movies where the security and the police officers have absolutely no concept of protocols and what's supposed to be done.
Dude, yeah.
I mean, when we watched the Poughkeepsie tapes, and it was so stupid because of the way the police did their job.
Mm.
This was just as bad.
It hung their intestines up like Christmas lights.
Yeah. You know, with Megan is
that's
missing.
Quote. Yeah, that's a quote.
Yeah.
No, but you did great with the voice. That was what got me. Nailed that ass.
With Megan is missing, the reason it was so difficult to watch is because the police were believable.
We're acting
They
real.
were competent. It was realistic. This was so bad.
Yeah.
Security was stupid. Police were totally going off script.
Yeah.
It was,
Definitely agree.
All right, so how are you going to rate it? You want to go first? You want to go first? You're a guest. You go first. How are you going to rate it?
I mean, you know our rankings, yeah?
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know. I'd say it was a time. I wouldn't necessarily say a bad time. Like, it wasn't a great time. It wasn't a good time. It certainly wasn't a bloody good time, but
No.
it was a time. Like, it could have been worse. It definitely could have been worse, but it was not great.
Theoretically, yeah, it could have been worse.
It could have. I'm just saying. I gotta be realistic. Like, I've seen some really bad, and it definitely wasn't good. It was bad, but I wouldn't say really bad.
My thing is that, let's say you're a horror nut or anything like that, you know, I don't know if you need this in your library of knowledge.
Definitely don't.
No, definitely not.
And if you don't, I would I would title it as a waste of time.
Waste of time.
Because, like, even a time, it's worth having just in the library. It's not good, but just having it in your brain of, like, cinema, horror, stuff like that. There's tons of bad movies that you still kind of, if you're really into horror, it's kind of a rite of passage to watch these and, like, just be aware of how the evolution of cinema, like Halloween 3 made no sense. It was weird as hell.
Yeah.
But if you're more of a horror fiend and like watching the whole Halloween thing, you kind of know that Halloween 3 stood out because it went totally off the rails and is just ridiculous.
Right.
So that's why I would put it as a waste of time, because I don't feel like this is necessary in any way.
I'm going to agree.
I would agree.
Yeah, I'm going to call it a waste of time too. There was nothing to me that made this stand out. It was too cliche. Plot line was bad, in my opinion. It did feel. Now that you said there was a video game, I could definitely see the video game kind of undertones to it.
Yeah.
Not like Iron Lung.
Yeah,
which was good. This one was not good. You got to go see that one.
Yeah,
that's worth watching.
Absolutely worth it.
Yeah.
So this one, I'm not going to recommend it. I'm not going to watch it again. I really didn't enjoy it. I'll be honest. 8:00 showing, and I nearly dozed off about 9:00.
Yeah. This is not even one that, like, when we've talked about bad movies that you'll watch with a group of friends, like Until Dawn and stuff like that.
Right. To me, though, Until Dawn was not a bad movie.
No,
it was funny.
Yeah,
it was not a true, I guess, what you would call a horror movie.
It was actually fun,
and it was intended to be that way.
Exactly.
This one was trying to be scary and intimidating and create a scene or whatever. I don't know what they were up to with it, but whatever it was, they failed.
No, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
In that they didn't do a high enough quality to make it a serious, scary movie, and they didn't go cliche enough to make it a parody or like a funny movie or like Army of Darkness or anything ridiculous like that. And so, if I was in a group of friends and they were recommending a movie, like we were having a horror movie night and they brought this one up, I'd be like, I've got 8 others that we can actually enjoy.
Yeah.
What was that one with the monkey that was clapping?
I think it's called The Monkey.
Okay, because it was one of those ones that we watched that was kind of, it took itself pretty seriously and then it quit taking itself seriously, and that's when it got funny.
Yeah.
Because they kept advertising as, this is terrifying. And then we watched it and we're like, the whole time, the bus cheerleader's head's come off.
About The Monkey. Yeah. No, that was one of those
Yeah.
where they went far enough.
Right. They
into
parodied
how
it. Yeah.
ridiculous it was.
Yeah. This one, they
That-
could have done that and they didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. This one was not that good.
No.
This is bad.
Everybody's
Not a
what's
fan.
up?
Hang on, I was gonna say on that note before we end out, I just have to make a plug. On that note,
Okay.
we all need to sit down and watch Dave Made a Maze.
Dave made a maze?
Dave Made a Maze. I've told you about this
I
before.
vaguely remember this name.
Yes, we need to sit down. We need to watch Dave Made a Maze.
All right.
It'll be a
Not
great
tonight.
time. Not to no, definitely not tonight. But at some point,
Yeah.
I think y'all would enjoy.
Like and
just
comment
gonna
if
be
you
us.
agree with our friend Piro
Yeah.
that we should watch Dave Made a Maze.
Everybody should
Never
watch
heard of
Dave Made a Maze.
Never heard of it.
I honestly haven't either.
Okay.
It's fantastic.
Yeah,
And it's all
we'll
about
see.
cardboard.
Yeah, we'll see.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
But that's it for me. You got anything else?
I'm about spent on
All
this
right.
movie. Yeah,
So-
save your life. Don't worry about
Don't
these
worry about
90
this one.
minutes. You don't
Yeah.
need it.
Yeah.
But yeah. Otherwise, let's see. We're on Spotify. Check us out there.
Yep.
At ABGT Reviews, of course. We're on all the socials. You know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe. Have fun.
Leave us a note. Appreciate it if you do.
Yeah, let us know what you thought if you decided to also waste 90 minutes of your life with this movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, otherwise, I'm Sly Dog.
I'm Mozart the Mad.
Special guest Pyro.
There you go. Yeah, our first guest.
First guest.
Yeah, y'all be safe.
We don't even know anyway. We don't even know either. We get the name wrong every
Yeah, I know. We'll figure it out eventually. Yeah, y'all be safe.
Take care.
Everybody have fun. Bye.
That movie was so bad.
It was so bad.
Well, right here, baby. You paying attention?
So, again, the missiles will be landing within the next 5 minutes. This will be our last broadcast. Farewell and goodbye.
Just look at me. Don't look back. Don't turn around. Just keep walking